Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears, live an amazing life. And I'm going to give you the tools to manifest anything. That's a tall order, right? Not really, because I have nothing to do with that. I am just tapping into everything that I know exists that you have access to, but we've been told we don't. So we have to break through these false beliefs and barriers, false barriers, that have stopped us from becoming these amazingly powerful humans. You know, we're not truly humans, but as in this role that we're playing, that other humans have told us that we don't have. Why? Because it keeps them in control and using their lower density thinking. Well, that's all gone out the window. I want to talk today about career, money, jobs, business, because it's such a big part of pretty much everybody's life, right? Money. So the reason why I want to tackle this is because we are still living in an old style of thinking where what we do for a living and how we earn anything to do with money or survival is something we do to get to someplace else. There are very few people walking the face of the earth that actually are doing exactly what they want, and that there's no money focus at all, but they happen to usually do very well. All right? Even in, like, on Wall Street, and if you don't know me, and a lot of you are new here, but some of you have known me for years, and you know that I was an investment banker for 25 years. I have a very successful track record in all kinds of things, businesses, and I also have had, just like anybody else, major challenges. It comes with the turf. That's how you learn and grow and evolve. I'm not afraid of that, and most people are. They shrink back, which stops them from expanding. There's no such thing as failure. I use the word expansion. All right, so we want to talk about how we're using all of that and why so many people are unhappy and how you can change that. Most people are just trying to make money so that they can have a vacation, buy the stuff, take care of their family. But what happens along the way is they're doing things that keep them away from a life they love, or they're so exhausted that they can't really enjoy that life. And then they're trying to struggle to get away so that they can have a break from all of that life. This is just how we accept this. Isn't that insane? We accept this total, system wherein you go in, you don't love going in, you don't love what you're doing, and then you get stuck because the longer you do it, the tougher it is to move into something else. And then people have these dreams, but they separate it. They're like, okay, I'm going to do that over here because I love it, and then money isn't going to be the biggest factor there, but I'm going to have to keep working here. No, you can actually have a well-balanced life where all of it works together. I actually had an epiphany recently and realized that's how I live. There's no separation between my work, my earnings, my personal life, my free time, none of it. It all flows beautifully. When I went on vacation, I was in Europe for a while, I was there realizing I wasn't away from anything. I didn't leave to get away from anything. There was no break that was required. And I actually brought my work with me. If you know, and you guys see this all the time, the reason why I integrate my spiritual teachings with my internet training that I promote is because I believe that if you separate these things, you will never achieve that higher frequency. You're going to go home and meditate and, get into this Zen, space, and then you go back to work that doesn't resonate with you anymore. That was the case with me. I ended up quitting. I wrote a best-selling, award-winning book. It's a television movie. I have several more publications, and I continue to write. I do what I love every day. Guess what? I'm making money. You don't have to struggle and suffer, and that's the other thing. We're told that that's over here and that the spiritual's over here and that those two don't mix, and that just couldn't be further from the truth. Why would the one make rules like that? Only humans make rules like that. Why? Because it keeps you down in the fields working while the master's up in the, the castle with the serfdom. That's why. No greater power, no higher power would ever dictate abundance to one group of people over another. It's available to everyone. You get to choose how you create that abundance. That's when your choice of frequency comes in. If you're going to go into something that it doesn't feel right, or if you're going to do something you love. And you can be equally as abundant in something you love. What is stopping anyone from doing that? They don't think they have choices. And this is why I promote internet marketing. If you get training in something that empowers you to do what you love for a living, but you can earn money doing it, and you're not confined to an office, and you don't have a boss telling you what to do, and you take vacation when you want. And if you want to make a lot of money, you can work longer hours in the beginning and establish that business, because it's still a business. It still takes time and attention. There's nothing wrong with that, but here's the beauty. When you love what you're doing, it's not a big deal. You love it. Like if you're a writer and you were getting paid, and the more you wrote, the more you got paid, you'd be writing 24/7 because you're doing what you love. And the more you do it, the more you get paid. So it's like a win-win. And this is how you should be living your life. So if you think you're trapped in something, that is a story you've told yourself. The challenge herein is, how do I switch over? Because you're going to get possibly some, backlash from people that are going to tell you you're crazy, or, what are you doing, and this stuff doesn't work, or whatever it is you're going to go after. Because usually when we go after our dreams, they're disapproved. Why? We're just all told to be automatons, and that's totally acceptable, and people can't get out of that. So surround yourself with amazing people. Do not listen to anyone who isn't doing what you want to do. If you are with somebody who is not only going after their dreams, but is abundant and resonating on a higher spiritual level, then you can say, well, guess what? I'm going to be around somebody who is going to encourage me, not somebody who's going to tell me that I need to go back to the 9 to 9 job that's killing me, right? But we do it because we don't know how to get out of it. Your life should be one big experience that is beautiful. Challenges will come along the way in every part of that. The personal, the spiritual, the business, the career, earning money. Why? Because we're on planet Earth and we're at school. And school means that you have to have challenges in order to progress and learn things. So they will always show up and test you. And most of the time you're going to probably pass the test with flying colors and realize, hey, I'm more awakened than I thought I was, because this annoying person came along and it had no effect on me anymore. I don't need to watch the news, negative news anymore. I'm not addicted to it. Me learning what's going on every day that's rotten, that's presented, that's false news anyways, doesn't benefit me or anyone else. I'm focusing on the positive now. And the same goes with your earning, your living, what you do. It should not be separate from your joyful life. It should not be something that you use to get to someplace else. It should be your way of life. Does this make sense? People are like earning, saving, putting it aside so that they can retire and live their life. That's insane. First of all, people that retire like they're bored out of their brains. I will never retire, so I bring my business and my work and my earnings are all a part of everything. So when I go on vacation, I'm shooting videos. Why? Because I love it. I love it. I know that when I post a video and I get this amazing feedback, I'm making a difference on this planet. It encourages me to continue my work. So I share it. I love to share what I'm experiencing with other people. It feels really good. And so I'm going to ask you this. What could you be doing, or what would you like to do instead of how you're living right now? Because most of you are not earning the money you'd like. And you can spend another 20 years and maybe you'll get a raise and the cost of living will go up higher than that. So you find yourself working harder, earning less, more exhausted. It's crazy. I was in your shoes. All of it. So if you saw my video, I gave you one step to really change anything. And that is, instead of focusing on just the positive, focus on a solution. What's a solution here? So if you want to do a live webinar with me, we're going to do a 2 to 3 hour webinar on how to manifest anything. I will walk you through all of this for $29.95. You'll get to spend anywhere from 2 to 3 hours with me. It depends on how long. I'll go as long as 3 hours. I will absolutely take you through all of the steps to switch into your new thinking, your new reality, and to switch into finding solutions to anything you want to change right now. And we will actually do that live. I go into why this works, how I've used it. These are all techniques. They're not techniques, it's a way of life that I use that works. And then we go into how do we do this? Get the pen and paper out because we're going to walk through it. And then I will give you all of this information live, and you can actually ask me questions because I want to drive it home that you can make a change in any part of your life. So when you think that you have to save money, save to hope that you have enough money when you retire is insanity. Money should be flowing your entire life. And then whether you retire or not, money should still be flowing. And so when I learned to use the internet, that's what I created. Money flows because I automated everything and I'm reaching global audiences. I don't have to personally be there to communicate with my global audience. I have recordings and e-courses and all these things that run for me that reach massive amount of people doing amazing things, and you can do the same thing. So the question is, how hard, how bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to work at something? Isn't it going to be worth it if it's something you love? I don't think I work. I put more hours in than I ever did as an investment banker. Why? Because I love it. It's like doing something fun, 12 hours a day is amazing for me. I find it difficult to step away from this. I'm always creating new things and writing and doing stuff. It's so much fun. It's my life purpose, but it's my life. I don't stop that and say, okay, now I'm going to go over here and watch TV or whatever. I'm like, no, I'll put on the TV and watch some cool show and be working on my computer because it's amazing. You can live this life. And it doesn't have to be my internet marketing, by the way. If you go to LandriaOnkka.com and you can go down in the description here and sign up for my webinar, you're going to see it's going to say webinar. It's $29.95, and that's for a lot of you who either don't believe you can afford my e-course or aren't ready for it yet. We can spend some time together just on your manifesting skills and picking one thing and going after it. If you're interested in a free workshop for my internet training, that's the business side of things. By the way, they have a lot of mindset stuff too. That whole training, all they talk about is getting past your fears, your doubts, breaking through it, because they know that people freak out. They don't have confidence in themselves, that they can be wealthy, that they can flourish doing something that's really different. So they actually help you through that. They have their own platform that helps people break past all of that. All right, so you can get a free workshop that tells you what it is. If you don't like it, you unsubscribe. I want you to have a balanced life because you are part of one energy of which we share. We're just one energy expressing itself in different forms, and we must achieve our higher goals. This planet depends on us. We don't want to go to hell in a handbasket, right? Let's change the planet. Let's be happier, flourishing, abundant people, peaceful, joyful, treat each other with respect, and treat every single thing on this planet down to your front lawn that you're spraying chemicals on, and everything else you put on in your body, and every thought, and every part of your life should reflect that. There's no line between spirituality and earning or work or anything else. Can we focus on that? There is a solution, and you can find it, and you have to focus on that, and it will show up for you. You got to take the action. You got to pursue it. That's the beauty of being human, is this action that we take, this expansion. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful. loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.